The ending of The Last of Us Part 2 is layered with deep philosophical meaning, particularly revolving around revenge, forgiveness, the cycle of violence, and identity. Here's a breakdown of its key themes and the deeper philosophical implications. 1. The futility and cost of revenge. Ellie's journey is driven almost entirely by her need for vengeance against Abby, who killed Joel. However, by the end, that revenge costs her everything. Her peace, her relationships especially with Dina and JJ, and even a part of her identity symbolized by losing her fingers and being unable to play guitar. Her connection to Joel. Philosophical angle. This reflects ideas found in Nietzsche's warning. He who fights with monsters should look to it that he himself does not become a monster. Ellie becomes consumed by the very violence she set out to punish, suggesting that revenge does not restore justice, it perpetuates suffering. 2. Breaking the cycle of violence. In the final moment, Ellie chooses not to kill Abby. This is a critical philosophical turn. After all the killing and loss, Ellie finally lets go. This can be seen as a rejection of the eye for an eye morality. Instead, it gestures toward restorative justice, or even Buddhist notions of letting go of attachment and hatred. 3. Empathy and duality of perspective. The game forces you to play as Abby, making you experience the story from her side. This is philosophically radical. It asks, what if your enemy has their own reasons, grief, and humanity? This echoes existentialist and phenomenological ideas, like those of Sartre or Merleau-Ponty, that identity is not fixed, and we must understand others as full, complex beings. 4. Loss of identity. By the end, Ellie is alone, broken, and changed. Her pursuit of revenge has left her unrecognizable, not just physically but spiritually. This mirrors existential themes about the self being shaped by choices, and how one's identity can be lost when they live in bad faith, not being true to themselves or acting out of external compulsion. 5. Forgiveness is liberation. Ellie's decision to spare Abby is the first act of true freedom and moral agency in the game. It's not driven by rage, guilt, or trauma, but by a conscious choice. This moment of mercy hints at Christian moral philosophy, especially in the vein of Augustine or Kierkegaard, where forgiveness isn't weakness but the ultimate moral triumph. Summary. The philosophical message of The Last of Us Part 2 is that revenge dehumanizes, violence perpetuates itself, and only through empathy, forgiveness, and letting go can healing begin. It challenges the player not just emotionally but morally, asking, what do you lose when you can't forgive? And who do you become in the process? If you want a more detailed breakdown of a specific scene or line from the ending, I'd be happy to dive into that too.